Look at that. That's the first time I think in this session that this spell card kills me on the first wave. It's like every time I play stage 1 it gets harder. Yes, I know that that's not what happens. I understand, I was just exaggerating, but it really feels like it is. Like every time I play stage 1 it just gets harder and harder just to troll me. Just like how the game crashed when I bombed. It's like the game is trying to troll me in every opportunity. It's kinda like Yummy actually. This game is like Yummy. The only thing that this game needs to do is to facepalm every time I mention something degenerate. I don't see that being something that the game can do. I wouldn't be surprised if it was able to do that. Now the next thing that this game needs to do is ask me to play Rabi Ribi, and this will be Yummy incarnated, the software version of Yummy. What if Yummy is actually Shins? What if Yummy actually did this game? Never thought about that. That's why he always denies being a weeb, because he doesn't want to find out, like he doesn't want others to find out that this is actually Shins we're talking about. Interesting. Hey Yummy, when are you gonna release the next Len'en game then? I'm really curious. And there is the facepalm. It didn't last as long as I expected. Come on, we are all waiting for Len'en 5, alright? Where is it? They want Len'en 5, Yummy. Come on. We're all waiting for it. And while you're at it, can you change your mind and actually make it a Danmaku game instead of a platformer like you said? That would be great too. I mean, I don't mind it being a platformer, but honestly, I would prefer it being a Danmaku game. Well, at least I only used 2 bombs. So I will say that this was not as bad as my previous run. But you know, here comes the actual harder stage in the game. So might as well pay attention. That's so fucking aggressive. You're the one that has to go down as soon as possible. There we go. And obviously followed by you. There we go. Good shit. If you can get rid of those 2 assholes as fast as you can, everything should be fine. I mean, everything should be fine until this other asshole appears. You might be asking who, but you know the answer. It's none other than the walking lubricant. Fuck this character, dude. Really doesn't help that she's called Show and it gives me PTSD of Toho Show with the fucking curvy lasers. That's even worse. And that actually works. See what I told you? For a pattern like that, using the flash bomb actually works. So yeah, I guess I should keep in mind for those impact patterns. Being able to bomb like that, I mean flash bomb like that, it's incredibly good. Oh, I fucking forgot about this. That's fine, I'm fine. We're fine. Don't worry about it. That was just a happy little accident. Ha! It spawned right in my ass. God damn it. Maybe I should be as close as you as I can to deal the most amount of damage possible with Suzumi. Yeah, seems like a good idea to me. Fuck. The echoing voice. So here comes the slug scramble capture. Nah, I'm just kidding, obviously. I'm obviously not gonna capture that fucked up spell card, though I will really want to capture it at least once. But it's like, look at this shit, dude. This is just impossible to fucking capture. Couldn't even survive the initial wave to make things worse. And to make it even worse, you have to survive the slowdown as well. So even after you get rid of her health bar. Had a weird problem with my phone. Huh. Are you watching on your phone? It's weird if you're watching on your phone and it doesn't force you to use caps. Was it a video pro? I had like a video blip, but I don't know if it was my computer. A video blip? Oh, well, I drop a couple of frames currently. It seems like it might have been that. Yeah, it seems like I dropped a couple of frames. But it only happened like once, so... as long as it doesn't happen again, it should be fine. Maybe my internet is still not ready for the 6000 bitrate. Well, I could go for 5500, which it should be fine too, right? Is it possible that you lower your voice by just a couple decibels? That's a pretty hard request to do because, I mean, modulate my voice is pretty hard. I mean, especially after I'm paying attention to the game, trying to modulate my voice is super hard. Should be higher? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty hard to try to control my voice when I'm playing a game like this, because most of my focus is in dodging and talking. Like, it's already hard to think of something non-stupid to say while I'm playing this, because my brain is like focus on dodging, right? But it's pretty hard to to even think of something smart to say. So thinking of something smart to say and at the same time controlling my voice volume is just too hard. The volume balance. I don't know. I feel like the volume balance should be fine. If I make this be a little bit lower, you're not gonna be able to listen to what I say. My microphone by itself is pretty low, so lowering it more will just be impossible to listen to me. Yeah, talking and playing Touhou is pretty hard, but I feel like the sound is very audible. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine now. If I decrease it, you're gonna realize that it's not fine. I already tried it. I tried it with another stream and everyone in chat was telling me that they couldn't figure out what I was saying. So I had to put it back to where it's right now. That's the problem. But you know, I appreciate the feedback nonetheless. It's just that this is a microphone where you're supposed to use a phantom power on it. But I don't have something like that. So instead of using phantom power, I have to use Windows like increase of decibels to be able to say something and you will be able to listen to it. Fuck. Well, I didn't have any bombs, so that's fine. But yeah. And honestly, with how fucking expensive phantom power is, I don't really feel like buying one. Especially because, I mean, phantom power is useful when you are like a singer or you are a musician, because obviously you want to regulate your sound a lot more, yes? I mean, it makes sense. But when you're just talking on a stream, I really don't feel like spending that much money in something that is barely gonna be useful for anything else. Like, I remember when I bought this microphone and I realized that it was really, really low, really quiet. But I felt like shit because I felt like I bought something that was useless. Well, it turns out it wasn't useless, but it's still pretty... It could be better. It could be better if I had an amplifier. Oh, fuck this. Alright. At least it only costed one bomb. Also, what a cheesy name, Phantom Power. Like, feels like I'm playing an RPG game and that's one passive ability or some random shit like that. Seems like a lot of tech related products really want to have the cheesiest name possible. Like, for example, this mouse that I have right here, it's called Razer Abyssus. Like, what about giving it a normal name? Although, I gotta say that Logitech at least tries to give products a normal name most of the time. Like, for example, the keyboard that I'm using right now, it's a Logitech K120. So yeah. Logitech actually tries to name their products like a non-cheesy shit. Razer keyboards, but I didn't... No, this is a Logitech keyboard. The one that is Razer is the mouse. That, by the way, I'm gonna replace because the wheel click is not working. I can't fucking believe that. Unbelievable. How many bombs did I even have? I couldn't even see. I think I didn't have many bombs though, right? Please tell me I didn't have many bombs on stock. Though if I wasn't paying attention to that, I doubt that you were paying attention to that, so that's fine. Whatever amount of bombs I had is too late to worry about it now. Already died. Gotcha. Oof. My chat is covering it. I see. Yeah, honestly, the amount of bombs in this character really, like, you don't want to die with a pretty big amount of bombs, because she has 5. So if you die with 5 bombs on stock, you're most likely gonna reset, because you basically just wasted an entire life. Now the good thing here, speaking of lives, is that I'm really close to the second extent, which is in 20 million. So just need to hold up a little bit longer and it should be there. But I also have 5 bombs on stock, so I gotta be careful about that. Really don't get why Desktop Twitch doesn't have overlap chat. Feels like such a no-brainer. When you say overlap chat, you mean having it in front of the stream? Well, I mean, I feel like Twitch is pretty outdated in general with the amount of shit that it didn't implement ever, and that is just one of them. Sadly, it's not something rare for Twitch. But you know, at the same time, I feel like, I mean, it works, which is something that sadly you can say about a lot of sites, right? Twitch might be pretty outdated and then there is a lot of plugins that try to make it better, but at the very least it works. Which is sadly something that you can't take for granted nowadays when it comes to web pages, because web developers are trash. Again, I include myself in that. So I know a lot of people, when I say that something is trash, they think it's mutually exclusive with something else. No. When I say web developers are trash, I also include myself in there. But that's fine, I mean, I don't really give a shit, because, you know, programming is definitely not my passion or anything like that. My passion, I think. Is that how you pronounce it, or whatever? But yeah, don't really care that much about programming, so as long as I get the paycheck, that's all that matters. So obviously, I'm pretty sure that mindset is something that a lot of developers around the world have, which is the reason why web pages are so trash. Like, a lot of web pages are just the least amount of effort possible. But it makes sense. It makes sense when you look at it that way. Especially because a lot of web developers are really underpaid most of the time. I mean, sure, there are a lot of web developers that have a huge paycheck, but those are where I will say that they are the minority. Usually, since web development is so essential and so needed, and there is a lot of competition, you know. Yeah, usually, you know, when you do something that you don't really feel like doing, but at the same time it's enough to you know, to make a living out of it, you obviously are gonna do everything you can to get the paycheck. You're not really gonna get much else. So if I develop a really shitty web page, but for some reason my client is fine with that, I won't give a shit about the quality of the web page. Like, you're happy with the web page? Good shit. It has 50 bugs or so, but you say you're happy with it, so I don't give a shit. Give me the paycheck. And yeah. Have any problem with it, let me know. But until then, I won't give a shit. Yes, I know it's a pretty shitty attitude to have. I understand that, but I mean, you don't really know how much of a pain in the ass developing a software that you don't give a shit about is until you do it. So, yeah. I mean, obviously developing something that you're interested in, it's a whole different story, right? It definitely is something that is completely different and you actually care. You care for every single bug that you find. You care for every little polished detail that you can give, right? If you actually care about the software you are developing. But when you're developing something that you don't give a shit about and you're only there for the paycheck, I mean, it's whatever the client is fine with. If the client didn't find out about an error and they are fine with the product they have, you're most likely not gonna give a shit about that error or any other error you find unless they complain about it. A lot of people, a lot of clients don't really give a shit about the little details that you know are there, but you are the one that knows that are there. And even if they might know that they are there, they most likely don't give a shit. So if they don't give a shit, I won't give a shit either. I mean, after all, as I said multiple times, it's your program, you're fine with it, I'm fine with it. Oh, remember to not move too much during this section. This section fucked me up a lot just because I kept getting fucked unnecessarily, and for this one you should literally have to stay in the center. In fact, you can even go here and try your best to take this shithead down. It has a lot of health but not enough to resist. I think there is still one more way before the boss, right? I think there is. There we go. There are definitely worse show and my team's really good but not passionate. Yeah, pretty much. So far that is my shop hobby and what I love to do. Yeah, sadly I cannot say the same thing. But you know, whatever allows me to make a living, it's fine by me. And yeah, it's obviously not a bad shop. I mean, you're sitting in a chair with air conditioner, with no risk of anything fucked up happening. And if something fucked up happens, it usually happens to the computer and not to you. So obviously, you know, it's one of the probably the best shops that you can ask for in terms of safety and the amount of energy that you gotta waste, which is close to none. But, you know, it's still quite of a pain in the ass. Mostly because it's not physical energy what you use, but mental energy. And sometimes it really can be mentally draining to, you know, think about some bugs and how to solve them, right? I wonder if I can beat this spell card without even restreaming it. Can I? I can. Wow. And that spell card is incredibly easy. I thought it was a lot harder, but if you can just do that, like that's it. That's all you need to do. Just quickly microdose to a side, and that's it. Oh, that fucking sucks. I forgot. God damn it. That's fine. Should be fine. I gotcha. Well, what a surprise! This is actually a really good run. 2 lives and 3 bombs for the last stage. This is really good. It's actually incredibly good. To the point where I even got my high score. I might get the last stand even, like the 50 million stand. Well, that's interesting. Like pretty interesting. I did not expect to do this well on this specific attempt. But you know, let's not forget. This stage has some stuff that can be pretty hard to dodge, or rather pretty easy to get hit by. So you gotta get that bomb ready. Like right there, exactly right there. You gotta get your bomb on demand. Also here, see, this is one of those spell cards that is not hard, but you know, it's incredibly chokeable. The choke potential is, it's so big on this spell card, as you can see right there. Thankfully I had the bomb ready, but the choke potential is off the chains. That spell card is a choking hazard. Should not be allowed to children. Yeah, that flash bomb wasn't that good. But then again, I didn't have any bomb remaining, so I couldn't do much. Sadly, I'm not gonna do this with full power. But I have 2 lives and 5 bombs. I just really gotta remember bombing at every opportunity I get. This non-spell sadly doesn't have an easy way of dodging it. You just kinda have to do it on the spot. You can't really do much against this non-spell. Mostly RNG. That was an unnecessary bomb, but I got scared. I mean, honestly, when you get a good play like this, everything is scary. Even a spell card like this. See, this spell card is incredibly easy, right? But even a spell card that is as incredibly easy as this one is incredibly chokeable. Let's remember, this non-spell is aimed. Damn, even being aimed and trying my best to move around is pretty tough. I almost forgot about that. I forgot. How was I supposed to do that? I was supposed to go up here, right? Yeah, I was supposed to go up here. Damn, but the Unreal version is pretty hard. Holy shit. Good stuff that I'm gonna get another extra life in a couple of seconds. hopefully. Well, depends on the bullets, on the amount of bullets, which will give me more or less score. Okay, there it is. That's the extra life. So obviously I run out of extents now. This is the amount of lives that I have to deal with. I think it should be fine. Fuck. This spell card is incredibly hard, by the way. Trying to dodge these little shits, because I think this is one of the only bullet types where the sprite matches the hitbox. And the sprite is huge. God damn it. Wanted to capture this spell card. This spell card is not hard to capture, but I fucked it up. Now this spell card, I have to be incredibly careful because of how easy it is to choke this. It's not a hard one, but if you don't remember what side you're supposed to go, it's extremely chokeable. But then again, the amount of health was pretty small, so there we go. We actually got one coin clear on Unreal. Holy shit. This was unexpected, if I gotta be completely honest. This was truly unexpected. Wow. I guess Suzumi is broken after all, which is something that I already know, but we have official confirmation now. Damn. Good shit. Really happy about that. Thanks. That was pretty nice. Whew. And this ending sucks a lot, by the way, because it's basically Suzumi telling Yaoruchi, I won't tell you what happened, fuck you, and she fucks off, basically. Yeah, Suzumi is a piece of shit, by the way. But that's fine, don't worry about it. The Suzumi is the least of our worries right now. And obviously, for those who don't know, this game does have a true last boss that is Tasoken, which is that fucking sword right there, which in reality is a bottle opener. It has a last attack, but for that you need 3 petals in that meter that you saw on the right side of the screen, which is quite hard to get. So I'm obviously not doing it, because fuck that, it's incredibly hard to do that. Anyways, we actually got the 1 coin clear, which is what matters, and I'm really happy about it, because that means that we actually get to see the Absurdly Extra stage. The Absurdly Extra stage, which I don't know how hard it is. I honestly am not sure. It might be really hard, it might be moderately hard. There is no other way to find out other than trying, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna try to do right now. I expect it to be incredibly tough, right? I definitely expect it to be just like it was on Len'en 1 and how it is in Len'en 3 as well. An incredibly tough one, but we will see. We will see how tough it's gonna be. It's basically the first time I see it. I never seen the Absurdly Extra before. So I guess before I end the stream it will be a really good stuff to see it. Maybe we are not gonna do Seiho 2 today after all, which is kinda sad, because I kinda wanted to play Seiho 2, but I'm more curious about doing this. But anyways, maybe, you know, I have a new plan. Sadly for Yami, because okay, first of all let me save the replay, because you know I might forget that I have to save the replay and I just go like sit and I just fuck up and I forget to save the replay or something. But no, there we go, we got Gabby. Alright, good shit. Unreal 1 coin clear, and you can see right there absolutely extra mode is now accessible. And yes, it is ridiculous, by the way. It's gonna be something that it's gonna be scary to say the least, but you're gonna be able to see it with your own eyes. Good stuff.